friends, we're back in the kitchen today, and today I was thinking about something that Ruby said the other day. Ruby likes her pizza with pickles on it, and it got me to thinking about pickles and how sour they are but tasty they are. And then I was looking in my cookbook and discovered how easy it was to make pickles. Now, some pickles sit in your cupboard for years and years and they're still good. We're not going to make that kind of pickles. We're going to keep the pickles that like to live inside your refrigerator. And they're called refrigerator pickles. You just pick out your vegetables, and I have a bunch of vegetables here. And then you pick out your spices, and I've got all our spices here. And then you cut up your vegetables and fill a couple of jars. You take your spices along with some vinegar. Vinegar. I have two different kinds of vinegars. We're going to try tasting each one to see which one we like best. And we need some salt and a little bit of sugar. Once we get everything loaded into our jars, we're going to take the vinegar and some water and that sugar and the salt. Here's my salt. And we're going to boil it up. And this is the part you'll need your grown-up help with. You might need some help cutting the vegetables too, but I know you guys are good with the knives. Once we have that hot, we call it the brine. The brine is the salt and the vinegar and a little bit of sugar together. And then we're going to pour it over our vegetables we're going to load up in here. And really, that's all you have to do. Well, you do have to wait a little bit. So they say wait a day and then you can start eating your pickles. And your pickles will stay good in the refrigerator for a whole month. For vegetables, you can choose anything that you like to eat raw, you can eat as a pickle. So I have cauliflower, I like that raw. Cucumbers, classic. Carrot. I got a couple of these peppers. I mostly picked them because they're such pretty colors, then they'll look really nice. I'm going to put some garlic in because I love garlic. And I've got one of my shallots. Remember, shallots are like fancy onions. So those are my choices for vegetables. And for spices, classic is dill. When you talk about dill pickles, it's because of this stuff. Bay leaves, crushed red pepper if you like things spicy, and some whole peppercorns, okay? So what I need to do now is to start chopping. Now I have my sharp knife and just my regular knife. The sharp knife is for grown-ups. A regular knife you guys can use. And some of these things will be quite easy with a regular knife. The cucumbers, you can cut them this way. Or you can cut them this way. Some people like those long, skinny pickles. Yoop, yoop. I gotta cut them in half. Okay? I love these recipes where it doesn't really matter how you do it. Looks like a little caterpillar, doesn't it? Pop that in. The seeds are inside the peppers. We can plant those in the garden if we save those. I'm going to cut these into little strips. It's going to be kind of like a rainbow inside my pickle jar with these different colors. Anything that's too hard to cut with your little knife, just ask a grown-up to help you, okay? My carrots are trying to run away. It's looking pretty, isn't it? All those different colors. And then some cauliflower. I like cauliflower raw. And what did I say? If you like it raw, you'll like it as a pickle. Okay, I'm just gonna slice it into little smaller chunks. So I want to cut enough vegetables to fill up these 2 jars. Now for the shallot, I am going to use my sharp knife. Not too much. A lot of people don't like raw onions. And since a shallot is like a fancy onion, I'm just going to use a little tiny bit. And just a little garlic too. All right, I think I have enough. All right, nom nom nom. Looking really good. Now my jars are nice and clean. Just wash them. And we're going to dip, dip, dip. Woo, looks like I could make another jar full. Okay, looks good. Looks pretty. I could have this for a salad tonight, what's left over. Let me clean up a little bit. So I filled my jars with my vegetables all packed in. But in between all the vegetables is all this space. That's where my brine is going to go. 1 cup vinegar, 1 cup water, 1/4 cup sugar, and the big T means tablespoon. That's this one. Salt, okay? And the brine, remember I said that's the grown-up's job to boil the brine. Before we do that, I have 2 different kinds of vinegar. I have apple cider vinegar. Comes from apples. And I have distilled white vinegar. Okay, they're both sour, but I thought we might want to taste them. So let me get a tasting bowl. This one we usually taste in the cap, so I'm going to pour this one in the cap. This one has tiny caps, so I'm going to pour this in here. Let's taste. Sour like pickles. It's a sour taste, but no other flavor. So I think we're going to go with the apple cider vinegar. Since I did all that tasting with my fingers, I'm going to go wash my hands. I'll be right back. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I think I'm ready. 1 cup vinegar. This is a 1 cup measure, so it goes all the way to the top. That's a lot of vinegar. 1 cup water. Again, all the way to the top. This little scoop is 1/4 cup. So 4 of these would equal 1 of these. I'm going to use the sugar. I'm just going to use plain old white sugar. 1 tablespoon salt. That's the biggest one. Next, and bring it up to a boil. While it's boiling, or while it's heating up, we're going to look at these spices here. Okay? peppercorns. Usually have this in a shaker, but I have little tiny balls here, and I'm going to count out about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to pop them in. This is a bay leaf. It's a little bush that has a wonderful smell, and it's a leaf. Just going to take a half. It's all dried, so it folds in half. Tears. I'm going to put half in one and half in the other. Do you like things spicy? You do? Well, then we're going to add a tiny bit of crushed red pepper. Those are the hot ones, but just a little bit. Some people don't like it spicy. You can even see the little seeds in there, just a tiny bit. Okay. And the dill. I like a lot of this. So the vinegar and the sugar and all these spices are just going to sort of sit in with the vegetables and soak into the vegetables, so with every bite of the vegetable you'll be tasting the vinegar, the sugar, the garlic, the onion, shallot I mean, and all these different spices that we put in there. I'm listening to my brine, and I think it's probably almost ready. That was quick, right? I hope it's enough liquid to fill up my jars. I have my lids. These are the same kind of lids you use when you're canning jelly or things like that. But because we're going to just stick them in the fridge, you can use any old jar with any old lid. It doesn't have to be a canning jar with a special seal. All right, my brine is just about to boil. I'm going to put it inside this other dish so if I spill a little, it doesn't go over the floor. It goes into my dish. And we're ready to pour. Now again, boiling hot, that means it's a job for, yes, a grown-up. Yes. Ooh, it smells nice and vinegary. And here's our other one. All the way the top, so all our vegetables are covered. All right, now we're going to put our lids on. It's a little warm, so maybe Mom or Dad should do that one too. Isn't that beautiful? It's like a work of art with all those colors. And I can see the spices floating around inside. Now the hard part is going to be waiting. One day. Meet me here tomorrow and we'll taste our pickles. Can't wait. Checking my watch. Yes! It's been exactly 24 hours since we made our refrigerator pickles. I can't wait to taste them. So yeah, they've been sitting in our refrigerator, just waiting for us. So pretty. Now remember I said they could last a whole month in your refrigerator, but I don't think they're going to last that long. I'm going to try a little bit. Some cucumber, some cauliflower, and some peppers. And then I'm going to save the rest for later. But I just got to taste and see how they taste. Crunchy. A little bit sour. A little bit sweet. But nice and fresh. So, when you make your refrigerator pickles, take a picture for me. Tell me what kind of vegetables you used in yours and what kind of spices you chose. I think I'm going to be making these very often. Ooh, maybe I should have a few more bites.